Mr. Simon.
Would it really be the taxi squad without internet problems?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, yeah. I'm back from being back. Yeah, I'm back. We back. We're both back.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny. Like, as soon as I hit
Yeah,
record, Simon went,
disconnected. Yeah,
yeah,
and there we go. Okay,
your
we're
Wi-Fi,
good. We're good now.
your Wi-Fi was like,
We're back on the
no,
five. We're
not
back
again.
on the 5G network. The 5G network podcast. No. Yeah, we're back. Hi everyone. Thanks again for tuning in.
Hello.
I hope you're having a very nice Friday night. Hope you're all having a nice relaxing Friday.
Well,
Yeah.
by the time this goes up, probably Saturday. So,
Yeah. So I hope you're having a very lovely weekend for those of you who are listening on the weekend. And if you're listening on a weekday, I hope you have a really good rest of your week. Yeah.
oh
Good.
yeah. Okay. Today we have
Yeah.
something very exciting to discuss. Simon, do you know what we're going to talk about today?
The Edmonton Oilers and stuff surrounding the Edmonton Oilers, such as players who are not yet Edmonton Oilers.
Exactly. So, if anyone here is an Oilers fan listening to us, we mentioned this last episode, but you're not going to like the way we're going to talk about your team today.
Or you
However,
might,
yeah, some
or
Oilers
you might,
fans,
or you might enjoy the discussion.
yeah,
Um, but what I can say is based on the narrative surrounding the team, I think a lot of Oilers fans are just in a very miserable place right now, which is understandable. So again, I encourage you to stay, and listen to our discussion because I believe, hearing a conversation from a Leafs fan's perspective might be something you might be interested in, and or also it also might just be something you aren't interested in at all, which I get. But yeah, so just a disclaimer as
I don't, I don't think anyone other than Leafs fans are interested in hearing what Leafs fans have to say.
yeah, probably sounds about right. Yeah, okay.
But honestly,
Anyways,
we don't care. We're going to share our opinions
yeah,
anyway because this is our podcast.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm going to
Anyways,
preface this first with the Evander Kane story. And anyone listening to this
yeah,
now, by the time you hear this, the Kane situation may or may not have already um, reached another chapter in its life, let's say. But at this point in time, this is Friday, January 21st, 2022. Evander Kane is currently, he's not a free agent yet. The NHL, not yet. The NHL is investigating the indefinite waiver termination thingy that the San Jose Sharks put him on, and whether or not it's justified for him to actually be terminated of his contract.
yep,
So now, context. We talked about this before, and we talked about the recent shenanigans from Kane. But
yep,
since we last talked about it, details were released as to what exactly he did. So Kane tested positive for COVID-19 on December 21st. He then flew to Vancouver on December 29th. At that time, Kane would have still been in the 10-day AHL COVID protocol period. Okay, he's with the San Jose Sharks AHL affiliate, the something Barracuda. When the Sharks terminated Kane's contract a little while ago, they said it was for breach of his standard player contract and violation, quote unquote, of the AHL COVID-19 protocols. So that was their justification for why they terminated his contract. Doing so means that they don't think they have to pay him anything. So this is not a buyout. This just means that they're eliminating his contract. He breached his contract, therefore they don't have to pay him anything. That's what they believe in. Kane's camp, the NHLPA, they filed a grievance since then saying, hey, this was unjustified and you are basically firing someone without cause. That's what they should do. The NHLPA should stand up for his players, regardless of who the fuck the player is, and they should support them. That's exactly what a union does. So good job. Quick thing about Kane. Now that I know exactly what happened and why the San Jose Sharks terminated his contract or want to, I just want to say this guy's a dick. He doesn't know how to properly conduct himself at least off the ice. On the ice, sure, as some player would say it, he's great. The last couple of seasons were great for him. We'll get into that in a little bit. But I've lost all respect for him personally. For anyone wondering where we feel or how we feel about Evander Kane as a player, you know our thoughts, but how we feel about him as a person, he's a dick. He's dumb. And he may never find out who I am, but I don't care. Like, I'm just a random dude from Toronto. But our job is voicing our opinions on this platform. And my opinion is, I hope he doesn't find a job in the NHL again. That's my hope. I know he will, but in my opinion, he doesn't deserve it. Asterisk. I hope he doesn't find a job until we know for sure that he's taken steps to rectify his prior behavior. Like COVID wise, I'm just gonna centralize and focus on the COVID nonsense. Forget about everything else. Just his COVID shenanigans. And I'm going to speak for millions of people around the world now who've been hunkering down since March 2020. And even talking about COVID is such a big deal for everyone. It's like, oh my God, you have COVID? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, please get better. I know tens of people who just in my circle who've gone through that over the last couple months, right? Even bringing up COVID is a big thing. But for him, apparently that's not the case. People like him are the reason that we're still going through this. COVID's not over yet for a variety of reasons. This behavior from people being one of them. And for anyone who knows what the hell happened on the Quebec Sunwing flight, I don't know if Simon, you heard about that news story.
I did hear about that news story. That's crazy.
that was a crazy story in and of itself. But that's what Evander Kane's doing. He doesn't give a shit. Like, he's the embodiment of ignorance. If I were to draw a picture of what ignorance looks like, I would draw Evander Kane's face. Like, that's my thought on him so far. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now, apparently Kane also had to report to the Sharks AHL affiliate on a certain date in January. So post COVID freeze, I guess, that the AHL teams went through.
Yep. Like basically
ignored that
after the holiday break. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
He ignored that date completely. He showed up like 5 or 6 days later, adding further justification for why the Sharks eventually wanted to terminate his contract.
Yep.
Anyway,
Indeed.
Now there's an article from Sportsnet, Jan 15th.
Yep.
A few teams are looking to sign Evander Kane and are eagerly awaiting to learn whether there will be consequences this week for the embattled free agent winger for crossing the border while in COVID-19 protocol before attempting to sign him. Elliot Friedman reported, there are still some teams who have said they will not go in Evander Kane's direction. But there are a couple who are hoping to see next week if there is clarity on whether or not Evander Kane will face any further penalty for potentially going over the border. Now, he has maintained that he did nothing wrong. The NHL is investigating it, and the Canadian Border Services are believed to be investigating it, although they would not say anything about any specific case when they were asked about it this week. NHL won't provide a timeline and won't commit to one, but some teams are hoping to know next week if they will be able to sign Kane or whether or not he'll face any punishment. Now, what does this tell us, Simon?
A lot, but it's like
what's the biggest thing it tells us about the NHL and its teams?
Everything we've said about everything we've said about the league for the last like 3 months.
Bingo.
Like yeah, like oh my God, yeah. There's just this is another one of those times where I'm trying to put together things to say. I'm running out of things to say about this league that I haven't said before.
And we're only 19 episodes into this podcast.
And we're already like, this league sucks. This league is like, it's old man's club. This league is so outdated and it's all accurate. And time again, things happen in this league that just prove that point. And this is another one of those things through another one of these players who did another thing that to add to the laundry list of things he's done in his career, which I believe is only like 12 years old, 13 years old, maybe. Like, my God, man. Like, anyways, like, I'm gonna, like, I have nothing else to add about Evander Kane. I don't think he's a good person. He's a very talented hockey player. I will say that he's very talented on the ice, but off the ice, you said it yourself. He's a very ignorant player. He's a very selfish player, and he's a very entitled hockey player, as I think a lot of players are. And I will be like, there's more I want to get into on that point of entitlement later on. But yeah, man, like Evander Kane is. You said something. You said earlier. I hope he never until he gets an opportunity to show that he's actually changed. Like, I just think even that point is just so absurd
Mhm.
because if you think of the stuff that he's done, let's just say like the stuff with the border, for example. Um, if you were to do that and like it became public on the news and everyone knew who you were, like you would have so much trouble finding a job after that, especially after the fake vaccination card, especially after the like all the cases of alleged assault that he's faced over the years. Um, like how is this guy time after time after time keep getting chances in the NHL? If a regular person did one of any of the things that he's done, it would absolutely change the rest of his life. Now, granted, I will say that the stuff has changed Evander Kane's life, except it wouldn't the penalties he has had to face don't come anywhere close to the type of penalty that's like a regular person on the street would have to face if they did the exact same thing.
And do you know
And I
why?
think it's absolutely ridiculous. And why is that? Go ahead.
The reason is he's a talented hockey player.
Bingo.
That's
And
it.
yeah, exactly. And I said that last time. Again, he's he's not even wealthy because he declared bankruptcy. He makes a lot of money for what he does because he's a very talented hockey player. And I just don't get how we can live in a world right now where there's so much going on from a global pandemic. There's still social justice issues going on around the world, and yet still a man who has time and time again broken the law has like anyways there's so many things that Evander Kane has
Mhm.
done where I look at him and be like, how do you still have the privilege of playing in the NHL? And he's like, I don't care, man. Like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and if the league wants to change, so be it. But like, anyways,
This
I don't
may be
know.
more of a societal problem than NHL, but talented people, rich people can get away with a lot of things.
That's true.
And
Yep.
Evander Kane is
Yep.
just another example of that.
Yep.
Like
It's
he
and it's not
he
even. It's like, go on. What's go ahead, go on.
he did something that's illegal. We can all agree on that. Even Evander Kane, if he was on this podcast, he'd agree that what he did was illegal. But teams right now are running to Evander Kane's face, being like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Are you still in the league? Is your contract terminated with the Sharks? Are you a free agent? Oh boy, yes! You're a free agent. Here's our money. That's what teams are doing right now. So whoever is listening to this, I want this question to percolate in your brain a little bit for the next few days. Do you think that makes sense? Is that okay? Does that sound weird? It does for me. Okay, what were you
Yep.
saying?
No. So again, I don't really have anything really else to add about Evander Kane and things you've said. But again, the fact that not the NFL, sorry, that's the NHL. I think the league has an opportunity to step in here. Like the NFL has something called, I think it's called the restricted list or something like that, where we can actually put players on that list. I think it actually prohibits them from playing, from being dealt. I think it basically just puts them on a like essentially like an island where it's like you're just gonna sit here until we figure out what we're gonna do with you. And I just think that'd be such a valuable thing for the um NHL to implement. Now, granted, the NHL won't for all the reasons that we previously talked about, but just in theory, like there's so much the NHL can do and should do. We know they're not going to do it because it's the freaking NHL. But anyways, yeah, man, like I'm just kind of like I feel confident saying Evander Kane won't be in the league like 2 or 3 years down the road, and I like that's a take I feel very confident in. And the reason I
Really?
say that is yeah, I that like the reason I say this is because again, a lot of my football fans will know where I'm going with this, but the reason I say that is because one person that I think Evander Kane really reminds me of, and I've said
Antonio
this
Brown?
before, is Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
And what just happened to Antonio Brown? He basically got cut by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team that basically the only reason they took him was because Tom Brady vouched for him, and now he was released by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a free agent. And now we don't even know if he's getting another chance in the league. And at some point, Evander Kane might just burn all of his bridges because at this point he is very quickly running out of them. Now, granted, there are still teams that are interested in Evander Kane. The Oilers are reported to be one of them. The Rangers, I think, had interest. The Carolina Hurricanes are another one that I saw. And my main point here is, if he does anything else like this again in the future, I'm not going to sit here and say no teams will be interested, but the amount of teams is going to keep going lower and lower and lower and lower. In a lot of ways, I think if he gets another opportunity, it kind of feels like it's his last chance. But again, I said I'm very confident that Take was also a good part of me that knows it's the NHL, man, and like we've seen a lot worse stuff happen. And people, this is the league of like 18th chances. Like
Pretty much.
That's ridiculous. Anyways,
Can you repeat
yeah.
what you just said? That last sentence. Can you repeat
What
that?
the league isn't as a league of 18th chances?
Yes. The
Yeah.
league of 18th chances.
Yep.
Okay.
I think 18 is even being generous. I think it's closer to like 40, but that's okay.
Hold that
Anyways.
number. Hold that quote for 1 second because I'm going to say something now.
Okay. 18,
This person
okay.
in a press conference last week, I think there's some echo going on. Do you hear that?
Oh yeah, that's me. Sorry. It's my cartoons. Sorry.
Excuse me. Okay. So league of 18th chances, what Simon said.
Yep.
Now, this person last week in a press conference said, I believe in second chances.
No. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut.
It's hard to be perfect, and we're all people. We all make mistakes. Some big mistakes, some make little mistakes, but it's hard to be perfect. Do you know who said this?
Ken Holland. I just read the quote like 10 minutes ago. Ken freaking Holland. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Asked directly about Kane, now a free agent, or sorry, about to. I'm guessing he's going to be a free agent soon.
Potentially. Probably.
Holland indicated that he won't turn down any player in a similar situation before getting an understanding, quote unquote, of what's going on, end quote. Apparently, he's known Kane's agent, Dan Milstein, since his days as GM of the Red Wings. And he said, as a manager, it's my responsibility to investigate every situation, and I have talked to Dan. Ken Holland, everybody.
It's not even just Ken Holland. It's like 90% of the league. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. This is nothing. We've talked about this time and time and time again. This is the NHL apparently. And yeah, Ken Holland. Yeah, I don't even know, man. I'm just at a loss for words. Because I've nothing to add other than the stuff we've been repeatedly saying for the last 2 months, and like it's just getting so exhausting. I can't keep doing this. Like we can't. Like this is ridiculous.
And that's
like,
fine.
Okay, here's what I will say.
Okay.
Ken Holland's first point where he says, "I believe in second chances." I will always like that point where you say I believe in second chances, and like I will always talk to a player until I know what is going on. In any other circumstance with any other players who haven't done the laundry list of stuff that Evander Kane has done, maybe I can understand that. If the circumstances are far less severe than what Evander Kane has done, like for example, if like I'm trying to think of a good example here without like just being blatantly wrong. But like, let's just say, for example, okay, let's just say, and I know this would never happen in the NHL, but let's just say like a player is repeatedly like late for practice, for example, or let's just say like, yeah, you're constantly late, and eventually someone releases you because like we can't depend on you. Or like let's say someone keeps missing the team flights or something. I don't know what a good example would be because again, this almost never happens in the NHL.
This sounds exactly like what Evander Kane has done before.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, but like let's just say someone keeps missing flights, and like it's nothing. It's like super. It's nothing illegal. It's nothing super sketchy. It's just pure like it's a lack of accountability, stuff like that, where you can take it upon yourself to actually become better. Which, well, Evander Kane could do a lot of things better, but anyway, that's not the point. The point is like it's manageable, not super illegal, and like it's not a character thing. It's just like it's just you need a wake up call. If that's if that's the case, I have no problem with Ken Holland's quote. But because he's talking using that quote in a press conference, we're talking about a player who has done the things that Evander Kane has done. That is where the problem is that's where the problem comes in, and that is why everyone is so upset for just people who just can't get the picture into their head. That is why everyone is so upset, and it's understandable.
Do you know the philosophy that they employ in the criminal justice system? Innocent until proven guilty. Ken Holland is a lawyer. Apparently.
Everyone in the NHL is, man. Gary Bettman, like everyone is, like it's ridiculous.
Or I don't actually know if Ken Holland is a lawyer or not, but
I doubt it, but still,
but he's like, is classic lawyer speak.
I am under the impression again, because there's some we talk about like, oh, there's GMs who like it's just old man's club and everything, but there are like genuinely some GMs that are like
I heard your cartoons again.
Okay, I'm gonna turn that. I'm gonna mute it then. Okay. So, anyways, back to my point. We talk about the NHL. We talk about the GMs in the NHL being the old man's club. People like Stan Bowman. People like Ken Holland, like people who have just been through the ringer over and over and over again. Same people, different teams, and like they're genuinely like less than a handful of GMs. So I said, okay, that's like Kyle Dubas, for example. Again, I hate to make this about the Leafs because I genuinely but he's one of the people I genuinely believe is like not old man's club, is a genuinely super nice human being. Like he's been very open about like social justice, like equality for all, like the gay pride and everything like that. My point is like we just need to phase these guys out, man, and it'll never happen. But like it's just so exhausting. And I know I've said that so many times today and like so many times in the past, but like it's just getting so exhausting and it's just so impossible to deal with that. Anyways, Ken Holland. I personally think Ken Holland's going to be fired soon anyways. I think he's probably going to be out the door sooner rather than later.
Okay. Hold that thought because I'm going to get to that part a little later in the episode.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we talked about Ken Holland. This is where we make our segue into the Oilers now.
Okay.
Since December 3rd, they played 14 games.
December 3rd, okay.
They've gone, do you know what the record is? Guess.
2-12.
2-13. Sorry, they played 15 games.
Okay,
2-13. Apparently, okay. I don't know how to count.
Okay.
Which is a 250 points percentage. So since December 1st, they've gone 3-11-2. I'm including the one win they had on December 1st. And they've earned just 8 of a possible 32 points. That's worst in the league. That's 32nd of 32 teams. They're now 38 points in 36 games, which is 6 back of San Jose. Their overall record is 18-16-2. So they're a 500 team now. Granted, they've also played 5 fewer games than some of the teams in front of them. But if you want to look at points percentage, they're 13th in the West, which is their exact position if you just look up points as well. So basically, they are where they are. Their record speaks for itself. They're bad and they're in a bad spot. And everyone in Edmonton, the media, the coaches, the GM, I don't know if the GM is frustrated, but players, they're all frustrated. There was a weird exchange that I saw between Jim Matheson, who is an Oilers reporter, based out of Edmonton, and Leon Draisaitl the other day. Did you see that one?
I did.
And it was basically Jim Matheson asked him a question, and then Draisaitl answered in kind of a snappy way. He didn't really want to explain or not. And then Jim Matheson was like, Leon, like, why are you so pissy? Why did you answer that question so pissy? And Draisaitl was like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, it is what it is. I didn't like our performance. And then Jim Matheson goes on and he's like, do you think it's okay that other teams know that you're visibly frustrated on the ice? Okay, so this is the one time I think Jim Matheson or a reporter was in the wrong here. I don't know why you would ask that question. I feel like it's such an obvious answer to it.
Yep.
And obviously, Draisaitl was frustrated after losing like 1 million of the last 1 million games. So whatever. But it was a weird exchange. So that's just a microcosm.
Yep.
If you want to do a vibe check on what Edmonton sounds like and feels like right now, that's the interview I would show you.
Yep.
Anyway, apparently, and I'm going to get to McDavid in just a second.
Yep.
I've looked at a few articles because I haven't been watching a lot of Edmonton games myself, but they can't finish.
I have.
Apparently, they can't finish. So
I can watch.
Can you vouch for me on this one? They can't finish.
Yep.
And they can't save anything.
Yep.
I think that's their main issue, right?
Yep.
Plays wise, apparently it's okay. Like if you look at the advanced stats, but they can't finish. So I guess puck luck is down. Maybe they're just on a weird PDO anti-bender. And the more important part I think here is that their goalie. So Mike Smith just got placed on IR today, along with Ryan Nugent Hopkins on LTIR. But Mikko Koskinen has an 895 save percentage and a 3.33 goals against average. Mike Smith has an 898 and 3.76. And this is after they were just slapped 6-0 by the Florida Panthers yesterday.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna read you a quote, just focusing on the goalies for a sec. Following Monday's 4-1 loss to the New York Rangers, in which Koskinen made a couple of critical errors, including a misplayed puck that led to the game's opening goal, Tippett voiced his frustration with the goalie. It's a brutal mistake, the coach said. What are you going to do? Call it what it is. We're playing well, and it's a brutal mistake. Our goaltending wasn't very good, and we didn't get enough pucks to the net to get back in the game. Do you know what Koskinen said in response?
I can't remember exactly what he said. I think he basically tried to defend himself. I think he said it wasn't necessarily all his fault. I can't really remember exactly what the quote was, but I do remember. I think I remember at least hearing about it or reading about it. I think basically he tried to defend himself for it, which I get, but I don't know, man. Like, anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, he basically said, when the team loses, it's either the coach or the goalie who gets sacrificed. I have to be better, but at the same time, we scored 7 goals in my last 6 losses. I can't score goals. It's not only about goaltending. Everyone has to be better from now on, and we will be. So that's what he said. And then Tippett basically replied to that quote saying, the question asked was, take it out of context. Okay, kind of weird. I don't...
Oh, it was not. It was not taken out of context, but anyways, go ahead.
I know, right? So that's what the exchange that's going on right now in Edmonton. Weird media thing going on, weird something happening with the players, strange goalie coach interactions. Anyway, temperature is at an all-time high in Edmonton. I would say if I just had to do a quick temperature check, it would be higher than it ever was during this era of the Oilers. At least like since the McDavid era started in 2015, right? I think this is the hottest it's been.
In the McDavid era, probably. I would say probably, yeah.
And so Ken Holland now is being urged to do something, right? And I just find it funny. Don't you ever find some things funny?
Many things.
That his one of the first things he wants to do to alleviate the situation is possibly sign Evander Kane.
Yeah.
And then the report spread. Do you know what McDavid had to say about it?
Do I ever? Yep, I do. Yeah.
Do you want to pull up the
basically
quote,
said, you can read it off. I think you already have all them in front of you, so go ahead.
I need to pull up 1 second.
I have it here. It's okay, I'll read it.
Okay.
So this is from Yahoo Sports. Right now it's all speculation. When he was asked about Evander Kane potentially joining the Oilers. He said, "Right now it's all speculation. Obviously, Evander is an amazing player, and he's had lots of success over the last couple of years. Whatever else is going on, it's not something I look into too much. It's not really. Sorry, I'm not really here just to discuss optic issues. If fans don't like it, or the media doesn't like it, or whatever, or whatever, it is what it is." That wasn't the full quote, but basically he said that's a gist of it. He did go on to say that there's a lot of things on the ice that fans don't like, and basically just said he's a good player, and yeah, that's all that matters. Basically, that's all I'm taking from that quote. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, he said the public opinion is something that obviously matters a lot, but we're here to try and win games and try to put together a good team on the ice. And if Kenny thinks that's what he can do, that's what he can do. I think he's got our full support in what he does. Okay, so McDavid, what if we're talking about ignorant players, McDavid joins the list.
pretty much, and it's heartbreaking to see, but yeah, pretty much.
And as someone who's a McDavid fan, like I love Connor McDavid, right? He's the face of the league, pretty much. He's the he's the driving force behind the new era of the league.
100%.
He's why the league is going to be more and more exciting as the years come. And that just sounded like not something he should have said. Maybe he wasn't thinking too much before he said it. So Connor, if I don't know if he thinks this is something he would take back, but he didn't. It's out there right now, and he's what, 25 years old now. So at this point in your career, you should know how to handle the media, right?
Yeah.
So that's what he said. Okay. So now here we are with the Edmonton Oilers. They're dog shit. Now I'm gonna start voicing my opinion instead of reading articles. They're garbage. They're tanking pretty much. They don't know what they're doing. They don't seem like they know what they're doing on the ice. Off the ice, it's even worse. Ken Holland is lost. Connor McDavid is saying random bullshit. Leon Draisaitl is getting snappy with the media. Koskinen doesn't like the coach. The coach is lost. The fans are angry. What's going to happen? They stink.
Here's the thing. I genuinely have no idea. Like, and I genuinely mean that because I just do not know what they do. I don't. Because they don't like. I say that because I don't know what they can do, and that's the thing. And I think if you're an Oilers fan, that's a very scary position to be in right now. Because here's the thing. The Oilers have $0 in cap space and projected cap space. $0.
Yep.
So, and the thing is, it's like, oh, okay, they have to have some money coming off the books, right? Well, I'm looking at the cap friendly right now. Kyle Turris is coming off the books. Who was just put on waivers earlier today, only making 1.65. Jesse Puljujarvi's at 1 point is a upcoming restricted free agent. He's making just north of 1 million. Same thing with Kyler Yamamoto. They're actually making similar amounts, but they're both RFAs. You got to sign those guys. There's some of your better younger players that you have on your team that's not named Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. So you're re-signing them. Ryan McLeod, 834,000 RFA. Colton Sevier, 750,000 UFA. Okay, so that's actually probably coming off the books. So as of right now, you have about $2.5 million coming off the books in forwards and UFAs, and then Brendan Perlini and Tyler Benson, both RFAs, making 750,000. So that's, again, they're probably going to get re-signed, or if not going to get re-signed, they're probably going to get traded somewhere. So, but like, I'm not going to say that the cap's coming off the books. And then Chris Russell's coming off the books at 1.25, and then Mikko Koskinen is coming off the books this year at 4.5. That's not a lot of cap space. It's not to address the needs that this team that this team desperately needs. And again, like, I genuinely because some of the contracts they have on this team are just absolutely atrocious. Zach Kassian at 3.2 for 2 more years after this one. Like, The Warren Fogle contract's not awful. 2.7 for another 2 years after this one. That's actually a pretty solid contract. I like Warren Fogle if he's in the right situation. This just isn't the right situation. And then other than that, like other than McDavid and Draisaitl, I'm looking at their roster. There's not really any players on this roster where I'm like, wow, I would really like to have that guy on my team. The only person I think I could actually say that about is Darnell Nurse
Was that kind of?
or Zach Hyman. But even now, I don't take Zach Hyman with that contract.
Yeah, no.
That is the thing. And this is the problem. They have a lot of guys who are like, I would take him on my team, but they make way too much money. Duncan Keith making 5.5 for one more after this year. Tyson Berry making 4.5 for two more after this year. Cody Ceci making 3.25 for three more years after this one. Like man, and again, I know I could be wrong about this, but I believe the Oilers actually have a relatively solid prospect pool coming up, or they at least have some names where like it's the fans can get excited. But overall, with this current state of the roster, I'm even thinking you could even start thinking about prospects because I have a feeling that they're going to I think the Oilers are going to do something really dumb. Because here's the thing.
Can I say something?
Yeah, yes, 100%. Go ahead.
Sure, they may have some good prospects. Okay.
Yes.
Prospects might be phenomenal. But do you know what year this is that McDavid's playing in the league? What season is it for him?
So let's see, he's drafted in 2015. So 2015-16 would be his rookie season.
So basically 7 years. 7 years, basically.
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah.
This is McDavid's 7th year in the league.
Yep.
Do you think he gives a shit about the prospects coming up?
No, I don't.
Do you think anyone should at this point? If this is win now mode. Like the fact that we're talking about the Oilers prospects being the bright spot for the team is so scary as to what
yeah, go ahead.
As to where they've gone over the last 7 years. It's been almost a decade. Not almost, but like almost.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you brought up the it's win now mode for the Oilers because I actually want to bring that up because my thing is what makes it win now? The fact you have Connor McDavid age 25 and Leon Draisaitl age 26. I mean, yes. Sure.
Yeah.
But they are not a good team. They have I don't think they've ever been a good team.
True.
I think this team has been one of the things that has really hurt this team is the fact that because they have Connor McDavid, the expectations for this team have been higher than what they should have been. I think Leon Draisaitl. I don't like Leon Draisaitl the person. I think his body language when things go wrong on the ice is absolutely terrible. Again, he might not be a horrible person. I just don't like some of his. I guess I'm saying I don't like him. Like I don't like some of his antics on the ice as a hockey player than the person because I don't know him as a person, but like some of the stuff he does on the ice when things aren't going well.
Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah,
for anyone
I actually do. I actually do not like Leon Draisaitl at all. Like no, I'm kidding. No, but like he's a very talented hockey player. Don't get me wrong. Now, granted, I do think Austin Matthews is better than Leon Draisaitl, which is going to get a lot of Oilers fans mad at me, but I don't really care. But like some of the stuff he does on the ice when he's frustrated, when he's mad, just makes me so like, you're one of the best players in the world, Leon. Go change the game with your skill instead of you like trying to like slash a guy in the back of the leg or something. Because he's done that on multiple occasions, especially when because I remember last year. When the Leafs were on the verge of shutting the Oilers out 3 games in a row, he did some really stupid stuff, which I feel like I see him do a lot when that things aren't. Anyways, that's not my point. My point is, I've never thought the Oilers are a good team, and that's I think in my own mind that's why I've always been just so stunned that people had the Oilers going to the conference final, coming out of the West.
Myself included.
Had some good.
Myself included.
Yeah, and again, I think it's okay to say. Connor McDavid is a great player. Leon Draisaitl is a great player. Darnell Nurse is a really good defenseman. But after that, they have absolutely nothing. Ryan Nugent Hopkins is a very good hockey player. I do not think he's worth like okay, 5.125 is actually not that bad. I take that back. I thought he made a lot more than that. Never mind. But
Darnell
like
Nurse?
Ryan Nugent Hopkins.
Okay,
I
okay, okay,
take
okay.
I would take the Nugent just over $5 million for centers, like
You're
for
right.
the cost of centers this year.
I would.
Nurse is making 9.25. That's a lot, but I think he's worth
Yep.
it. He's a very specific to the defenseman. But like, man,
I would do. I would
like
not say that. I would not say that. 9.25 for Nurse. That's
that's
more
not
than
bad.
Draisaitl, bro.
Yeah, okay, but dude, like Draisaitl signed his contract before he actually like decided to become
Fine.
like one of the that's my thing. At the time when Leon Draisaitl signed that contract, people were saying how much of a massive overpayment that was.
Fair enough.
So
Fair
I
enough. But
applaud so I applaud him for being able to live up to the contract. That Darnell Nurse one is a big one. It's 8 years at 9.25 for the next for like
I
starting
don't
next year.
know.
But like, dude, like here's the thing. Like he's only 20, so he's 26. So it's 8 years. So I think it's gonna be until he's 34. But man, like looking at his stats this year, Darnell Nurse, 15 points in 29 games. That's half a point a game. That's not bad. Is it a okay? Is it a lot? Yes. But at the same time, there's very few defensemen that do what Darnell Nurse does at this point in time. I think that matters because he can basically he's one of the rare defensemen where you can literally just put him on the ice in like basically any situation. Power play, penalty kill. He can play like 30, 35 minutes a night like he did last year in the playoffs. Like, but anyways, it's kind of irrelevant because they're not going to be able to move him anyways, even if they do if they don't like him. But my whole thing is, and I think this is I just think we need to take a real long look at the expectation that were set for the Oilers and kind of just wonder how we got here. Because I like at no point do I think the Oilers were anywhere near as good of a team as people thought they were when they were coming up with these absolutely unrealistic expectations for this team. And I think that's a huge reason why there's so much disappointment in the city of Edmonton right now.
What did I say last episode? I said something last episode. Tell me if you remember. What do I think is the most important position in hockey?
Goalie.
For a lot of people.
I can't.
Yes.
I can't remember, but it's goalie. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Goalie. That's my number one gripe with the Edmonton Oilers. Sure, they have some bad contracts. A lot of teams have bad contracts, though. The Oilers definitely have quite a few bad contracts and a lot of questionable players and signings and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like Duncan Keith, what the fuck? Okay.
To be fair, he was a trade, not a contract signing.
Still. Look, going into the season, the Edmonton Oilers had Mike Smith,
yep.
who is 172 years old.
Yeah.
And Mikko Koskinen.
Yep.
Has Mikko Koskinen ever proven to be a number one goalie in the league?
Nope. No. Mm-mm. Nope.
Has Mike Smith ever proven to be a number one goalie in the league over the last 3-4 seasons?
He was good last year, man. I will give him that.
Okay, but how old did I say he was?
17 million or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. I 100% get where you're coming from though. So go ahead.
And who has the power to change this, right? Ken Holland came into the season thinking, okay, I'm just going to roll the dice again. I like this goalie tandem. Let's go Mikko Koskinen and Mike Smith. Roll the dice again. So whatever's happening right now, just in terms of the goaltending, yeah, you deserve it, bro. You had full opportunity to, instead of spending millions and millions of dollars on all the sus acquisitions you made in the free agent season, why didn't you address your goaltending?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you sign Mike Smith for 2 more years at 2.2?
That's a good question.
Why? He'll be 42 years old, 41 years old by the end of his contract.
Wait, hold on. No way. He has another year?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Also, the one thing I didn't mention about the Oilers cap situation is they're paying James Neal and Andre Sekera right now. Still.
Nice.
The Oilers bought out James Neal, so they're paying him $1,916,667 a year for the next 4. And then they're paying
Oh
Andre
my
Sekera,
God.
defenseman, $1.5 million for the next 2.
Oh my God.
So
I don't like this at
they're
all.
they're paying for basically 2 players who don't even play for the team anymore, almost $3.5 million to play for another team. Oh yeah, and they have $750,000 in dead cap. Do you know who that is? Who that lovely player is?
Who?
Milan Lucic. So they're
No.
paying both sides of the Milan Lucic trade right now, and James Neal and Milan Lucic. Like,
Okay, quick question. Do you know how
man,
much the Leafs are paying for Kessel's buyout right now? 1.5, isn't it?
1.2,
1.2.
1.2.
How did the Leafs end up paying only 1.2? And the Oilers are paying 1.9 for James Neal's buyout?
That's because they bought him out. That's because that's not it's the least retained salary. Then I'm
Oh,
buying him out.
right. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm
Like again, if you're an Oilers fan, I'm genuinely sorry. I don't want I'm not trying to just make you feel like absolute garbage about your hockey team right now. But
your hockey team's garbage right now.
I mean they are. And again, it kill I'll be honest, I've actually had a lot of enjoyment out of
Oh no.
okay. I'll be honest. Okay, I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry. And Edmonton Oilers fans, if you're listening and you're getting mad at me, let me explain. I don't have a gripe with the team or the fans. I have a gripe with the media in Edmonton.
Okay.
That's who I have a gripe with. And again, and a little bit Leon Draisaitl, but mostly the media and mostly Mark Spector and Jim Matheson to an extent, not so much as a lead, but Mark Spector, man, I have him on my top 3 most obnoxious hockey writers in the NHL, just because he's clearly so upset that he can't be in the Toronto sports market, and he just clearly is so full diaper about the fact that has to write about sports in Edmonton. Anyways, but like I don't think they're making the playoffs. I think this is another year where Connor McDavid doesn't make the playoffs. And then I genuinely believe that it's gonna be clean house in Edmonton at the end of the year. I think Tippett's gone. If Tipp even makes it to the end of the season, if things keep going the way they are, Dale Tippett's gonna be gone. Ken Holland's probably gonna be gone because Ken Holland's shown absolutely no improvement over Peter Chiarelli in terms of being able to build a team around Connor McDavid. That's a plot twist. I did not think that Ken Holland was going to be just as bad, if not worse, than Peter Chiarelli. And yeah, man, and then I think probably gonna have to start moving some pieces around, and at some point you have to wonder, because again, what can they do? They don't have any cap space, and this year they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draft picks, and if they want, and I hope they don't trade their first and second round pick for anything immediate. But you never know, man. I just, man, I
I
I like to think that when it comes to NHL hockey and trying to figure out solutions of teams in terms of how this team can how teams can get better, I'm actually pretty good at coming up with solutions. But the Oilers is something I'm just genuinely I have no idea, because I have no idea where they go from here,
Me neither.
other than trying to find to get a goal. If you're Ken Holland, why don't you trade for Darcy Kemper last offseason? Or maybe you did, and then the Oilers the Avalanche just outbid you. But
You
how do you not get again, like you said, you have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, and everyone knows that in their right mind knows that you cannot go into the season with Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen going into the season. And I said that despite Mike Smith in a lot of people's eyes last year being a Vezina Trophy finalist.
know what? You know what screws me over?
Yep, go on.
What did Ken Holland say at the trade deadline last season?
I can't remember. That's too far for me.
He said that the Edmonton Oilers, so this is in response to the Oilers not really making any moves for the trade deadline going into the playoffs. He said there are years where you go all in and you are aggressive buyers, and there are some years where you're not. This is one of those years where we're not. So basically, he's saying He doesn't have faith. A year or any year where you have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl on your roster, you should have faith in your damn roster. I don't care unless you are tanking. If you're in a playoff spot or you're vouching for a playoff spot, you need to have faith in that damn roster. And that was the first red flag that I saw on Ken Holland. Maybe there are a million, and I've just ignored them all, but that's the first one.
Here's what I will say. I will give Ken Holland a break on that particular example, because if you look at that team, I don't think any amount of help they could have got at the trade deadline would have influenced. I mean, maybe the Oilers make it to the second round. Sure. I have no confidence they make it past the second round. They got swept by the Jets.
Maybe so.
And they didn't hold the lead in the first 2 games at home. That, like, again, like you said, you have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. You have last change at home. You are able to dictate the matchups and get your players on the ice when you want to. So the reason I give Ken Holland the break is I think if you do, you're probably parting with your draft. I don't even know how many draft picks they had last year, but there's a good chance you move some of them from this year as well, and they would be just in a deeper hole, in my opinion, because, like, again, last year they were in the same spot. They didn't have any cap space, so like I just don't see. Again, I get where you're coming from. Like, whenever you have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, you have to try to put yourself in a position where you can give yourself the best opportunity to win. But, like, I just think this Oilers team is just so strapped financially that and again, Ken Holland deserves criticism for that. He put them in this hole.
I think he deserves the most criticism.
Probably, if we're being honest, probably. Because again, like, there's no depth on this roster. Like, you look at if you look at their stats, Leon Draisaitl, 54 points in 36 games. That's really good. That is, like, very close to, like, 2 points per game, or, like, so 62. He's 8 points from, like, 2 points per game. Connor McDavid, 53 points in 35 games. Also very, very solid. And then you go, then third is Nuge with 26 points in 30 games. That is solid. That for second line center, that's 4 points away from points per game. Puljujärvi at 25 and 34, and then Hyman at 21 and 32. Evan Bouchard, defenseman, with 19 points and 36. Tyson Barrie, 17 points and 35. Darnell Nurse, 15 points and 29. So after the 5 of the top 6 forwards, Draisaitl, McDavid, Nuge, Puljujärvi, and Hyman. The next 3 are defensemen, and Bouchard, Barrie, and Nurse. And then you have Kyler Yamamoto at 13 points in 36 games.
Not good.
Warren Fogle, 13 points in 36 games.
Not good.
Zach Kassian, 13 points in 28 games.
Not good.
Like, Zach Kassian is the 3rd highest paid forward on this roster. He has 13 points in 28 games. Yeah.
No, you're lying.
I'm not.
No, you are lying.
Sorry, behind Nuge. Sorry, Nugent, Hyman. Sorry, I'm looking at cap filling right now, and I keep forgetting that they're on the injured reserve. So, okay, he's the 5th highest paid forward.
Yeah,
that is still
a lot better. Oh my God. But still,
5th highest paid for Zach Kassian.
Okay, maybe not.
Okay, so Zach Kassian had a thing a couple years ago where he's like, "Oh, Matthew Tkachuk won't find me because I'm a scrub. I have like 20 goals now, whatever." Now it's an excuse. Sorry, Zach, you're still a scrub. You have 5 goals in 28 games. Like, you're like, man.
Okay, can I quickly provide context at the Oilers' current losing streak? So
please do.
McDavid has just a single assist in the past 4 games. Leon Draisaitl has a goal and assist in the last 4 games. Puljujärvi has 2 assists in the last 6. Zach Hyman, 2 assists in the last 6. Obviously, a couple of these players have been injured or are injured. Nuge is 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points in his previous 7. Wow. Nuge has outscored all of them. That's funny. Anyway.
I think I like the Nuge a lot. I think he's a really good player. And again, I think if we're talking about pieces that could be moved, that's one of them. Because I think you can get a lot back from Nuge if you're looking to open up some cap space. I don't know what you do with it, or you could probably move him to get a goalie actually. But like, I don't know who you get. Like,
I was looking at the cap friendly just now, and I just remembered something There is one thing that the Oilers have been unlucky with, and that was Oscar Klefbom, who was supposed to be a super, super good defenseman, and now it
He
looks like
was
he may
super good.
never play in the league again.
Yep. Only 28.
Yeah.
But again, like, yeah, I like it sucks. Unfortunately, he's been a guy who has basically just been plagued by injury his whole career, or not, maybe not the whole career, but like he went down like just as the Oilers were getting good, which kind of sucks because I actually really like Oscar Klefbom. I thought he was really good. Because it feels like I heard about him for years or growing up, and so like, oh my god, like it's actually made it to the league now. It's kind of cool. But anyways, that's kind of irrelevant. But like, you're right. And again, if they put, sorry, he's already on LTIR, so I wouldn't even give them any relief from where they are right now.
Yeah.
So like, anyways, like, yeah, I give it like, I don't know, man. I just think you brought it up. Like, why did they go get Duncan Keith? Why? You already have Tyson Berry. Anyways, like,
I hate how you just said, why'd you get Duncan Keith? You already have Tyson Berry.
yeah, like
That's so sad.
you have two of the same defensemen who they're making a combined $10 million, and neither of them actually do what they're supposed to do, which is play defense.
Okay, look. We've been shitting on the Oilers for a while. Can I end it with the question of the
No,
day?
let's keep it going. I don't care. Like,
Fine.
okay, hold on. Okay. Give me 1 second. Oilers fans, have no fear. I'm gonna try to find you a goalie. Give me a second.
Okay,
And I swear to God,
okay.
I'll make this quick because we have been talking for a while, as we said. Player types, no. Handed position. There it is. Goaltender. 23. The results, please. No.
Are you looking at free agent goalies for this upcoming summer?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know about that myself, but look, while he's searching for this,
I'm on. Yeah.
while Simon's looking for this, look, there's a lot of things that the Oilers could have done in the past offseason. And when I talk about a lot of things the Oilers could have done, I'm specifically referring to Ken Holland. Please, Oilers fans, take a good look at him. Check him out, head to toe.
Fire him into the sun.
Look at his outfit.
Go ahead.
Might be a well-dressed man, but look at the man inside the outfit. Do you support that man? Look at what Vancouver fans did to Jim Benning. And I'm not saying to be as wild as Vancouver fans because they're a different breed themselves, but if you make noise, the team will hear. Okay?
Yeah.
So please make some noise.
Regardless of how much noise is made, they're gonna get. I think Ken Holland's gone. So I mean, okay. Anyways, I found some goalies for you, Edmonton. Marc-Andre Fleury. I mean, he's probably retiring. Mikko, the second. Oh my god, the second goalie on this list is Mikko Koskinen because he makes $4.5 million. So goodbye, Mikko. Okay, so Darcy Kemper's a UFA. That could be good.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Greiss.
Not for your starter, not starter.
No, sorry, not for your starter. I'm assuming Mike Smith retires or something at the end of the season because he's been hurt almost all year. So if Mike Smith goes, you can have Thomas Greiss as your backup. It's not bad. And then you can have like Korpisalo, not awful. Alexander Georgiev, not bad. Pavel Francouz.
Okay, I think the list should end there with Darcy Kemper.
Okay, so like, yeah, but here's one thing I want to throw at you because again, I think it's very, very interesting because again, like, because I've heard this name thrown around recently in trade discussions, and he makes a lot of money. Who is a goalie, whose team is probably going to rebuild soon. So,
who?
If you are the Edmonton Oilers and this player becomes available, just give me a second because I'm pulling up their both teams' rosters right now so I can actually try to formulate some sort of trade. If the Montreal Canadiens
Carey Price
available.
No, I was joking.
if they do that, man.
Wait, how? What?
So Carey Price currently makes $10.5 million in salary, which, don't get me wrong, is a lot of money. That is a lot. And it's for the next 1, 2, 3, 4. So after this year, he has 4 more years. He's 34 years old. So that'd be until he's 38 years old.
No, man, no. Don't do
So
this to me.
Carey Price makes 10. Hold on. Carey Price makes $10.5 million. If, and I say if, you are committed to having Draisaitl and McDavid being your centers at 12.5 and $8.5 million, you can move the Nuge at $5.125 million. You can move him.
I don't like
Now
this.
maybe Edmonton doesn't like the Nuge. Anyways, sorry. I know you don't like this, but like, okay, here's my thing. Edmonton, like, I think Nuge is actually a very valuable trade chip. Even if Montreal has no intention of actually keeping him and they just flip him off for other pieces, that's a movable piece.
This is the Nazem Kadri talk again. Who's going to be your third line center then?
Okay, but if Nuge is your, you can get a third line center for cheaper than 5.125.
Fair enough. Fine.
That's doable.
Fine.
Because look what the Leafs are doing. Like they have Tavares and Matthews, obviously, who are making a shit ton of money. And then they have Spezza.
Kampf.
And they have Kampf.
Yeah.
Like, and again, I don't think based on how the Oilers are playing, they need someone like a David Kampf. They don't need another elite goal scorer, like someone who puts up a lot of points. They need someone who's defensively responsible, and you can easily go get in the. Okay, anyways, this is getting kind of wordy. I'll kind of keep it short. I think because I do think Ken Holland is going to be very, very desperate to move him, to make some sort of move to keep his job. But like, also I'm going to throw out there, Carey Price is from BC. I know Edmonton's not in BC. I know my Canadian geography. That's closer to home. It's from Anaheim Lake.
There's no way. There's no way that's happening, man.
We've said about a lot of stuff, man. People said Gretzky could never get traded. People said
okay, but you can't say that for every trade. Look.
Okay, but here's my thing. I just think because like, what other goalies are going to be? Because
Darcy Kemper.
Okay, yeah. I said Darcy Kemper because he's a free agent, but like I genuinely do not think Colorado's going to let him go to free agency. There's no way. They're in a win now. They're like, they can't lose another goalie.
Fine.
And other than that, like the Ducks aren't trading John Gibson. The Arizona Coyotes have like their popcorn vendor playing goalie. Sabres, no. The Flames aren't trading Markstrom. The Hurricanes have Freddie. They're not trading Freddie. Like,
hey.
Avalanche.
If there's one team that's literally the opposite of the Edmonton Oilers in terms of what they do with their goalies. The Edmonton Oilers do nothing. They're like Smith and Koskinen again and again and again. What did the Carolina Hurricanes do? Good goalie. Another good goalie. Wow, another good goalie.
I hate that.
Get out of here.
Hold on. Okay. I think it's funny you say that because again, we talk about goalies the Detroit Red. The Edmonton Oilers could have had. The Detroit Red Wings got Alex Nedeljkovic for like a second round pick.
Yeah.
Where the hell was Ken Holland on that? Where the hell was he on that? Like, bruh. And Alex Nedeljkovic, I'm looking at his stats right now. Okay, 2.69, 918 save percentage on the Red Wings. Bro. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is Nedeljkovic their starter?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's good, man. He's 26 years old. He's played 28 games this year. It's been unreal. The Red Wings are actually the Red Wings have very quickly turned out probably my favorite non-Canadian team. The Rangers, I love the Red Wings and the Rangers. The Red Wings, I think, are going to be so freaking exciting in a couple of years.
Yep. Same with the Ducks, dude. Same with the Ducks.
Oh, I love the Ducks. Trevor Zegras, I love you.
Sonny Milano.
Oh my god, they have Richard Panik and Calvin Pickard. Oh my god.
Okay, anyway. The Oilers are.
Oh my god, they're. Oh, sorry. I just looked at how much the Red Wings are paying in buyout. That's crazy. Oh my god.
Look. The Oilers are in a tough position. As a Leafs fan, I feel bad for you guys because
No, I don't.
maybe
After how
not.
much shit you talking about the Leafs, fun being relevant for like Oilers fans again. Sorry, this hate is not directed at you. It's not directed at you. Okay, maybe it's some of you obnoxious fans, but like generally, I don't really mind Oilers fans. It's the media. That's who I
There's,
mind.
there's one thing that you said earlier, though. You mentioned that
I've said a lot.
there was one word that you brought up that I want to end this on. Desperate. You mentioned Ken Holland is desperate. And I think that applies to the media, the fans, the players, the coaching, the GM. The entire franchise in Edmonton is desperate right now. So what are they going to do? Question of the day.
Send them to Houston. That's what they're gonna do.
Question of the day. And we'll keep this one super short. Tell me which of these three things happened first with the Oilers.
Carey Price getting traded to Edmonton. That's my answer.
No way.
Sorry, go ahead.
A big player is traded. So basically a blockbuster trade.
Yeah.
Coach is fired. Kane is brought on, or Ken Holland is fired. Sorry, one of those
which
four
one's
things.
most like? So, do you want me to rank them, or do you want me to say which one's gonna happen first?
Which one's gonna happen first?
Tippett's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because again, also I'll keep this short because I want to keep it short. Ken Holland recently said he doesn't believe in coaching changes, but ownership might step in here and say you have to let go of Dave Tippett because again, it genuinely looks like, especially in his media availabilities as of late, that Ken Holland is just a man who's just searching for answers and he just can't find any, partially because he doesn't have any solutions on his roster that can actually help solve the problem. But I think it's going to be Ken Holland and Dave Tippett are going to be racing towards who gets fired first. Because
Okay.
they're not.
In that case, I'm going to end this on a really depressing note. I think the first thing that happens is because Ken Holland is desperate, I think Evander Kane gets signed by the Edmonton Oilers.
You see, here's the thing. I'm hesitant to say that because we don't know when this thing is going to get resolved. That's my thing.
I've heard.
And again,
I've seen a report that it could be as early as Tuesday.
I don't know, man. Like, because here's the thing. With this type of move, I'm assuming Ken Holland has to go through ownership. That's the thing. Again, and the thing is, if things keep going south with the Edmonton Oilers, like even before Tuesday, because I'm assuming they're playing tomorrow is Hockey Night in Canada on Saturday. Holland might be gone by then, man. And then whoever comes in might just say, I don't want Evander Kane. Because yeah. Did they say Patrick Kane?
No, sorry, I'm just whispering Evander Kane.
True, yeah.
I'm gonna manifest this until it happens because I just want so much chaos in the world because you know why? More podcast content for us.
Yeah. I mean, it's depressing content.
It's content nonetheless.
Yeah, true. Anyways, yeah, I still stand by my take. I think Dave Tippett gets fired, and I think what's his face? Ken Holland isn't far.
Okay.
Oh, wait. One more thing.
Okay.
One more quick reaction. Because again, if we have any Oilers fans listening to this, they're gonna love this.
Okay.
So Matt Bernier, I'm just on Twitter right now. I saw this earlier. I thought that was freaking hilarious. I don't know if he works for the Bruins or he's a New England media person. He works for NBC Sports. I think he does a lot of sports betting. So do the Bruins have enough to tempt Edmonton for Draisaitl?
No.
Hold on. You think that's crazy? Wait till you hear the offer he throws out. This is crazy. Okay.
No way. Taylor Hall's gonna be in there, right?
What?
No.
Wait, who?
Taylor Hall.
No.
Oh no. That would have been good.
Give me three names who you think might be in this trade.
Okay, well, I thought Taylor Hall, so that was the number one.
Okay, so Hall. So two more names.
I wanted Hall to go back to the Oilers. It would be funny. Okay. Pasternak.
Nope.
Huh.
A lot of talented names on that roster. You got McAvoy, you got Marchand, you got you have a lot of good young defense. And the Matt Grez looks really good.
Trent
No,
Frederick.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll just read you the offer that was proposed because this is absolutely ridiculous, man. So Swayman, the goalie, I think his name is Jeremy Swayman.
Okay.
That's how I don't even know what his name is. I think it's Jeremy Swayman, Jake DeBrusk. I think his name is
Okay.
Juuso Vakanainen, who's a defenseman.
Okay.
Plus picks? Question mark.
What?
Yeah. So let's just. So this man suggested Swayman, DeBrusk, Vakanainen plus picks for Draisaitl. The only way that trade goes through is if you trade like 9 first-round picks for Leon Draisaitl, or like 7 first-round picks for Leon Draisaitl. And then the question that follows is, does that even move the needle for Edmonton? Bro, if you add that to Edmonton, the needle would go past like 0. It would go to like negative. It's like probably get your phone number blocked.
That's when McDavid requests a trade to whoever the GM is at the time. He goes straight to their office. He goes straight to the office. Knocks on the door. Let me out. Let me out right now.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so bad. Like, the thing is, I don't like because of the stuff he said about Kane. I generally don't care how McDavid feels about the whole situation in Edmonton. I do not care. Like I hope the Oilers suck for the rest of the season. I hope they suck for the next couple of years until Connor McDavid seems like is actually
maybe
a relatively good person. Because a lot of the stuff I saw, a lot of stuff that I've just seen and read, he does not seem like a nice person. Oh my god, I didn't get to go on my leadership rant about the Oilers. Oh my god. Okay, I'll see that for next time. But anyways, long story short, the Oilers don't have any leadership. Draisaitl, nope. McDavid, nope. Nurse, maybe.
Hey! You're forgetting someone. Come on, bro.
Zach Hyman, my man.
No.
Oh no.
Duncan Keith. Duncan Keith.
Oh, fuck off with that. You can just no. Oh my god, Leon Draisaitl is else, man.
Okay. I think we should end it there. We've been going for a long time.
Yeah, we went for like an hour and a half, but that's okay. We can just chop it down.
Yeah, okay. Look. TLDR, if you just skipped all the way from the Kane story to now, good luck, Oilers fans. I hope you survive.
Who would skip from the beginning to the end?
I don't know. I don't know.
That was a podcast. It was in the first segment. Okay, to the end. Okay, anyways.
Hey, so some people, what they like doing is if they really love the first chapter of the book, they skip to the end.
To the end?
And see the ending.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Look, like and subscribe.
Please.
Keep following the Taxi Squad pod. Next episode will be number 20. So that's another milestone.
Oh, wow, we did? Oh, crazy.
And good luck. Have a good weekend.